Hi everybody, I'm Captain Floofers. Welcome to a sort of spur of the moment thing. Today I'm going to start the Mystical Ninja starring Goemon randomizer. I think it's quote unquote officially known as Ancient Cave starring Goemon. I just found out about this the other day. Apparently it's been out for a few months at least. It's July 16th as I record this. So essentially, what the randomizer does is it takes the entirety of the game, Mystical Ninja starring Goemon, and it rearranges all of the rooms so that everything is like one big Metroidvania-esque map. Uh, I'll um, I'll kind of explain as I go here. Just for context, all of the settings are default, with the exception of randomized enemies. Normally that's on by default. I turned it off because I have played this a bit before. I started a seed. I haven't finished it. But I didn't like how like the randomized enemies weren't a problem. It was just like I didn't like how they were making like some of the randomized enemies were making the game run. Like, it really slowed stuff down, and I thought it was going to crash. So I turned that off. I also turned on auto mashing, which can get me through certain cutscenes quicker. First off and foremost, as you see, rather than starting off as Goemon and Ibisumaru, we've actually started off as Sasuke and Yae. One of the reasons for this is to quote give Sasuke more time in the limelight, because Sasuke is normally the last character that you unlock. But also Yae has we're starting with the flute, which is going to make warping a bit easier. While houses and shops and inns and stuff are vanilla with their doors, every other exit in the game is randomized. So in order to navigate, it is going to be important that we take advantage of warp points as they pop up. Warp points include inns and tea houses like normal. Also, our starting point, Goemon's house, is a warp point, and if we uncover Sogen Town, which I believe is the town that's smack dab in the middle of the end dungeon, that will also count. However, the normal dungeon entrances don't count as warp points anymore. In fact, the start point counts as transformed Oedo Castle on the map, and I believe Sogen Town counts as Gourmet Submarine Castle on the map. Actually, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go ahead and start my notes here. There is no tracker or anything for this game. That's why I have Goemon Impact down in the bottom and not a tracker. Or Greg. This is just for the moment thing. My ring light's not even on. I'm not wearing my glasses or anything. I'm just kind of chilling. But I am going to have to make some semblance of a map. So yeah, just going to start off by mapping out what's surrounding us, basically. So this takes us right into Oedo Town with the inn, which is good, considering that having a save point this early is good, but also we have two warp points that are right next to each other, so it's a little bit of a waste. Let me just remember how this is, how I should line these up on the map here. And also, let me go ahead and pop in and out of the inn just to make it a warp point for prosperity, I guess. Okay, so let's see what's in this door. Okay, this is Oedo Bridge. Now, if this is anything like the last if this is anything like the last seed that I tried, that actually had those three Oedo areas, just albeit in a different order. But also I was like completely surrounded by like the second half of the gorgeous musical cast. It's like endgame shit. Then we've also got the 2 exits down there. I'll check those out in a bit. None of the dialogue is randomized or anything. Oh, this actually loops. That loops down. Okay, so we were up there. This just loops down here. Okay. So that is essentially worthless to us, but also narrows down where we can go. Where does this go? Still in Oedo Town. Okay. I'm just going to count this as a straightaway on the map. Also, we have the fortune teller if need be. Where's this go? Okay, this is just outside of Oedo Castle. Again, this doesn't need any detail on the map either, because it's just like a straight in and out. And that leads out of Oedo Castle, so another save point at least. So everything is in the same area, but it's just been jumbled up a bit. And that goes straight into Gourmet Submarine Castle. The conveyor room. And I already see we've got... There's only 2 doors in here, if I remember correctly. There's the diamond... I got a... keys and doors. So, we're going to be seeing keys and doors. As far as randomized items go, pretty much anywhere that we would be able to find a key or a fortune doll or the mapper, like the Mr. Elephant or Mr. Arrow, and I also think the sparkling, like the golden dango, the stamina dumplings, all of those are all kind of they're all shuffled around. This is a diamond key door. We are going to see doors that need keys to open. The diamond key is actually right over there. We're not always going to be this lucky with key placement. But you also have to realize that with this game, you can only ever carry one of each key at a time. And fortunately, the randomizer's logic is set up so that when it comes to a lock, you're like, there's only going to be like one key around for it until we open that kind of a lock, and then there might be like another diamond key in lock later. Fortunately, in this case, we could just pass through it. Now, a downside to this is that we don't have a map. If we get the map of Japan from Kai Tea House, if we find Kai Tea House, then we can look at the overworld map if we're in any overworld areas, like the overworld or a town or a house or something like that. If we're in dungeons, though, I have not found any dungeon map. So no elephants or Mr. Arrows for compasses. So we don't really have a good way to know offhand what keys we have. Because they usually showed up on the map screen if you had the map. To kind of alleviate that, I sort of have this physical marker set up on my desk here. Essentially, I just took some Q-Tamas from my Q-Ranger toys that I've reviewed in the past, and I have them set up in such a way that I can move them around, and they'll give me information on which keys that I currently have. So if you see me fiddling around over here on my desk, that's pretty much what I'm doing. I didn't really have to do anything with that because the diamond key was right next to the diamond door. But that particularly constitutes four, just point A to point B screens in a row. So now we've got, this place has 3 doors. So I'll go ahead and actually draw this out. So yeah, apologies if you see me do some jump cuts and stuff here while I just mark out my map. I'm probably gonna edit a lot of that out. There's a gold cat right away. So this leads us to which door in this room? This door, okay. So I guess this is the direction we're exploring in for now. Unfortunately, I don't have any ranged weapons to get rid of this guy easily. Just gotta hope I don't fall off of these platforms here. I don't remember what food these are meant to be. I just kind of like have this room written down as GSC yellow, because they're yellow platforms. I don't know if these are meant to be some kind of pudding or... I don't think they're pudding, because there's actually a pudding room. I feel like I should know what these are, but I don't. Also, unlike in vanilla, I can use the flute wherever I want. I think that's actually a setting, but it's a setting that's on by default. So that's going to make things easier if we need to, if we get, soft locked or something like that, then we can just easily go back to another warp point. Let's hop in here and see. This is just a harder door to get to. Oh, great, the udon room. Alright, that's fine, I guess. So this room has, 5 doors in it. Because the enemies are not randomized this time around. They're all fox heads. So, considering we don't have cold kunai right now, that's going to be not necessarily a problem, but, it could get annoying. But I'd still rather have, default enemies, to be honest. There's a... No, the ladder is just on this side of the room. That's cool. And I can't do anything about the foxes, so... It doesn't look like there were any locks on the far side from where we entered. On what would be the... where's my map? I guess I can't bring up the map when I'm on the... a mini-map when I'm on the ladder. Where's my mini-map? You see, down works. That works. I can't use magic yet. What gives? Do I have to have the map of Japan before I can bring up the mini-map now? Because that wasn't a thing before. Gotta tank this, unfortunately. If possible. I've always hated the way that these udon bowls are synced up. Alright, so this way needs a diamond key. And then, what's in here? This is the... not the way to the boss room, but... it is basically just a point A to B situation. Just... yes, it's definitely not the boss hallway, because it went back to the first iteration of the music. Okay, this is the sushi room. Well, actually, I'll hold off on really making that a room on the map. So I don't think this actually has... I think this is just a dead end. So once I collect that, I guess that cat in this instance, then I can just go back and mark the room as we don't have to go this way anymore. Or that just the door. It's nice of the game to give me some early, major health gains. Like the first 3 checks we come across are a key and 2 gold cats. And why did we crash? Why did we crash? Oh dear. Okay, worked that time. So yeah, the game did not save, so I had to go it again from the beginning. Which is fine, but like that hasn't happened before, at least from what I've personally played. And I played quite a bit into the other seed. I probably should also mention what the object of the objective is. Essentially, we have to find the bosses, get the miracle items like in vanilla. But then we have to find the stone circle at Ugo. And once we have all 4 of the miracle items, the Pemo Pemo God will take us basically directly to either Balbera or Détoile. I'm pretty certain it's Balbera, then to Détoile, and then we would clear them to beat the game. It doesn't take us to the final dungeon, because the final dungeon is actually part of the randomized map. So it only makes sense to just go straight to the end part. Now, something I found is a bit of a curiosity. By default settings, we actually start with the Miracle Snow. So we only have to find and defeat Kongo, Darumanyo, and Tsurami. We don't have to fight Taisamba 2. I don't know why this is. I don't know if it has something to do with... I wouldn't think it has anything to do with, like, Impact boss battles actually being linked to the Triton Shell. Because you get the Triton Shell in a cutscene that leads into an Impact boss battle, and I don't believe it actually checks for it. Like for the Gourmet Submarine Castle boss. But as such, we don't have to buy the cucumber. And we don't have to fight Taisamba 2. But there is a setting to not start with the Miracle Snow. So I'm fairly sure... I don't know where I was going with that thought. Alright, so I came in this door. Let's go to this door first. Oh, that leads back to the udon room this way. That simplifies things a bit. So both those doors lead to the same room on opposite sides. Also, I didn't know about that cat down there. That might have been where I got stuck last time. Also, this goes all the way back here. So that means we've narrowed everything down to just one door that I can go through right now. Because everything else is interconnected now. At least for this, like, block of the submarine castle. So we want to go back into this door. And go this way. Honestly, I could clean up the map a bit and say, you know, all those doors are dead ends, but I don't think I'm going to do that right now. Alright, how should I orient this? Because the paths aren't, you know, straight and stuff. It doesn't really matter how I'm mapping it out, as long as I'm mapping it out, but... Because you're not going to see the map, so it doesn't matter really how it maps out, I guess. I do remember the last time I played, this door over here was vanilla. And it is here too, and it's a diamond key, and the Yai Bazooka. We're also going to get a diamond key here. So we can go back to that door in the udon room. So that makes this a dead end now. Don't have to go in there. There's also a check up here, if I remember correctly. You go away. Because I thought there was. Oh, it's a silver cat. And where does this go? I know there's a diamond door back in the udon room, but I want to see what's in here. This is the ramen room. And I actually need the mermaid power to go further. Because that leads into the soup. And I need to be able to actually swim to go down there, so... I'll mark this to say I need that to go through there. Oh, there's also a check up here. We should probably take care of that. It's another cat. It's fine. I do like cats. There might be some that are like out of the way, like if I need like the jetpack to get them, and I don't know if I'm gonna get the jetpack anytime soon. I might not go back for it, but like I'll at least mark it on the map or whatever. So I'm just gonna go back to the. I mean, either of these are like just as easy to get back to where we need to be. Because we gotta take the platforms either way. I just hate the way that they sync up on the intersection here. Because those two are already pulling away from each other by the time the middle one shows up. Okay, here's my diamond key. That's a gold key there. That sign just says use the camera in here. Well, we don't need to do that. So the gold key. And that's pretty much it for just like this block. I don't really see a need to come back to this, you know, block of doors ever again. Oh, well, there is the passageway that needs the mermaid. We might need to come back here later, but for right now, that's everything that we can do. So I'm just going to go ahead and warp back to the inn. Save the game just in case it crashes again. And that's also the bridge exits fully explored. So now we have the other exit door in the start area, and we have the other exit door in the town, the inn area. I'll also just heal up while we're here. And save, just in case it crashes again. I don't know what was up with that crash. Maybe just like hit like a bad memory address or something, or memory value. Well, something I also usually do that I probably should have done before is buy a rice ball or an onigiri.
You're not shit.
I'll buy the plum one. I know that's quite a bit compared to what we have, but like, as far as life goes, but like it'll probably still also be a long time before we actually need to use it. Okay, that's a silver key. I didn't even notice that. Well, I mean, I didn't even look, but... Alright, so that narrows everything down to the other door at start, which is... Just grab some more money while I'm here. Oh, now we're back where we started. There's nothing over there. Okay. This is the only door we can go through. Okay. So that's the Thundergate area. I forget what the name of the shrine is in real life. I think it's supposed to be like the super, the super popular touristy one where like everybody goes. Should I go toward that exit, or I don't think either of them have locks on them. Let's go to this one, see where this goes. It loops around, is the answer. Oh, there's another exit over here. I forgot completely about this. Okay, so that loops around, and then there's another one there that normally goes back to the start area. Forgot about this one completely. So this is obviously the way we have to go. Okay, I know exactly where this is. Is there a key or anything over here? That's just Rio. I do know that there is a check up near the star blocks, though. So let's get the check first. Or can we even get it without the chain pipe now that I think about it? I don't think we can. Okay, just double checking to see if I had marked the doors properly on this one. I did. Oh, it's another gold key. So, like, that gold key is there, but we can't get to it until we have the chain pipe. We already have a gold key. I don't know what would happen if we picked that one up, but it's set up in logic right now so that that's impossible for us to get right now anyway. Alright, where do you go? You loop around there. Alright, is there some kind of... Is there some kind of, like, weird check that's not taking into account that I need the mermaid power? Because literally the only area I can go to now is through the ramen room, and I need the mermaid power for that. Everywhere else just, like, loops on itself. That's annoying. Because otherwise it's just like I need a silver key that I can't get. Well, that I don't have access to. I'm going to read the FAQ. Yeah, because I can't transform. Yeah, give me 1 second. I'm going to read the README on this and see if there are any answers there. 2 seconds. Okay, I wasn't able to find anything about that in the README. I did learn that there is a mode to start with the mermaid power, or a flag that starts you with the mermaid power. However, the logic seems to be kind of taking that into account already, but just not letting me have the mermaid power, because literally the only place I can go now is down into the water. And this is the problem I had with my last seed too, is that the only place I could go was all mermaid blocked. So I honestly don't know what the game wants me to do here. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start a new seed with mermaid enabled, because it seems to want to use that logic anyway. So like this first 30 or 40 minutes or however much of the video is there, I'm going to I'll still keep it and use it as part of this video, but I'm gonna roll another seed, and all of the other everything else is gonna stay the same. I'm just gonna enable mermaid from the start because honestly, this is fucking ridiculous. So 2 seconds. Actually, no. Hold on 1 second. I loaded this back up because I decided to. I forgot that there was a spoiler log. And I looked at the spoiler log, and apparently, in the conveyor belt room, I forgot that there is another check in there, and apparently there's a silver key that I overlooked. So that's my fault. That's on me. So I'm gonna just go back into the conveyor room, grab that silver key, and then we can go from 080 Town Center from there. I just got to make my way back to the conveyor room. It wasn't too far, I don't think. I think it was in the middle of these like 4 hallway transitions. So I did not roll a new seed. This is still the same seed I was on before. I still have my gold key accounted for on my markers here. I just had a peek at the spoiler log before I deleted my ROM, and I realized that I've made an oopsie. Sure enough, I'm a fucking idiot. So, be thorough. I haven't played this game in a while. I'm not an absolute master as to where everything is placed. And yeah, it wasn't. It was not. It had nothing to do with the logic foregoing the fact that I had the mermaid mode or not. It was I was an idiot and overlooked a key. But we have solved that problem now, and I will make sure that to keep that spoiler log handy if I ever do get stuck again. And this takes me to Gorgeous Musical Castle 2. So I don't have my silver key anymore, so I can move that back. There's a diamond key in the portrait warp room. And there's the gold key door. Alright, so this brings us to the entrance of essentially part 2 of the final dungeon. So let me go ahead and map this here. Okay, so there are 4 other exits in this room. Let's actually check the one downstairs first. This needs a diamond key. But otherwise takes us to the vanilla hallway. That requires a gold key. And neither the portrait nor the other one need any key. Let's jump into the portrait. Maybe the portrait is also randomized, so I don't know where that's going to take us. It actually took us to the portrait room. I was not expecting that. There's our diamond key. So now that's that. Before I go downstairs, let's check in here. That's the bottom of the slide, so I can't do anything from there. Alright, fair enough. And this leads us to these platforms over here, which kinda sucks, because I don't like these platforms very much. This leads us to like the final hallway. One of the final hallways. I do know that... Oh, this is actually the bottom of the final hallway. There is another key check in here. Off to the left. Just gotta deal with these bastards. I can't aim down with that. That sucks. It's another diamond key. Okay. Other than that, this is just another point A to point B situation, so I don't have to map that out. Oh, diamond door. And that brings us to Festival Temple Castle. Let me just get the lay of which room I'm in. It's the one with the tanks. I can already at least tell that. I just gotta map out like where the exits are and everything. There's also the one where you can go like all the way around to get something, like on the rooftops. Okay, so there's an exit there. That's where I came in. There's two exits like that. Okay, so before we go to any doors, I'm gonna head up and around on that ladder at the other end of the room. Because there's like there's usually like, I think a silver cat up and around on the roof, so that's probably going to be a key or something. This might take me a second. Okay, it looks like it's just a standard silver cat, which I think is vanilla. Well, it gave us another heart, so that's good. Or it might have been a... It doesn't really matter what it is, vanilla. It was a cat here. Also, I noticed that I have seen stamina dumplings in those places, but I haven't seen any... At least the last time I played, I haven't seen any one-ups, because that also... Those are also... shuffled. What's down here? This is the meat saw hammer room. I can pick it up, I guess, because I'm not going to use it. But we got... It's another, basically another hub. That door. That door. Oh no, actually, that's wrong side. So I got that door, and then I can move somewhere around. There's that door there, too. I don't know if that door is in logic or not, because I technically need the cold kunai to go there. I remember in the last seed I tried, I actually tried to brute force that, and I was able to get over to the platform, and I had a silver key on me, but it was locked with a silver lock, but it wouldn't accept it. So they're not just generic; they're actually meant to work with certain locks. All right, what's in here? Oh, it's this fucking room. I hate this room. It's just such a big room, and there's so much blocking you off from, like, going most places. Oh, this also loops in on itself, so that does help alleviate things a bit. Plus I can get what's over here. But I also don't know if this is like... I can never tell if this is like if it's like the same room or if it's like more than one room. It's very confusing. Okay, that's where I had actually come in, so... That loops in on itself too, so... That's actually technically a dead end. I'm not going to count that door over there as part of logic right now. Oh, this is the pit room. So there's going to be 3 other exits here. Let's go to the one on the other side first. Gotta remember which platforms will take me to the right sides of the pit. Also, make sure that the game doesn't eat my jump input. I forgot if I had any keys. I do not have any keys. Actually, since the other side leads us to 2 potential exits, let's see where this goes first. This is a... Ah, Jesus. This temple can be confusing enough. Like, I mean, if I was playing in vanilla, it'd be no problem, but it's like confusing enough in vanilla to map out sometimes. Definitely not alleviated in a rando of this nature. That's 1, 2 pass-throughs. This is fucking another pass-through, I think, for all intents and purposes. I'll counter this one. I know there's stuff downstairs, but still. It actually loops in on itself. I'm still going to count that as like 3 pass-throughs, even though it's like looping on itself twice. That'll be like a 4th pass-through, but I need cold kunai to get through there. Or I don't. Can I... Yes, I can bypass that. And then I need chain. Well, not really. Shit. How am I going to map this out? Tabarnak. 1 second. Alright, I found a way to map it out. Just with the way that these rooms are shaped, it's not making it easy for me to, but I did it. I've been doing it. I found a way. Life finds a way. That's what I'm getting at. You don't need a key. No, you don't need a key. Okay. And you... This is also a fucking hub room. Jesus. If like every room is a hub room, that just makes my life that much. I mean, I like the process of making maps and stuff like that. I like the process of taking notes in games. It's just sometimes with the way that I'm doing it. I mean, it's better than the way I was doing it on my last try. But a lot of these rooms are weirdly shaped, and they don't play well. And I have to keep, like, finding creative ways of linking them, like, visually on the map. I think those are the only two doors here. There's just one on the bottom and one on the top. Alright, let's see what kind of hub is behind this door. Hold on. Is this a... If I can move the camera over, what the hell am I meant to do here? I think there used to be hot platforms in this room, but they were taken out for the rando. Because that used to be a key. But this is another hub, because there's a bottom floor. Alright. This is one of those rooms where, like, if I fell down normally, I would have to find my way back up. And those guys wouldn't be doing me any favors. I think I'll mark this door like that. That's gonna be like the best way to do it. What does this door do? This is thankfully a pass-through door. That's just a dongo, so that's not too... It's not important that I jump over the from above. It's not like a key or anything. So I don't have to draw this room on the map. I'll just say this just passes through. Because the upper path and lower path are completely separate, so why bother? Ah, jeez. This is normally like an intersection area where you would come in from here, and then these would lead to two completely different sides of the dungeon from the one that you just came from. And then you would pass through here a couple times. Is there anything in the spot where I would need the jetpack to get at it? Because this is like a... Okay, no, it's just a cat. Because that cat, that's one that always throws me off in the FAQs and stuff, because that's the one that it says that I can get without the jetpack. And then there's like another one that that says you needed the jetpack to get, but you can get without the jetpack, and you know, and it's actually like flipped. Okay, this is back in the drums room. Alright, I'm gonna go back and do that other door in the intersection room. Hopefully that doesn't get too confusing for me later. Oh. Okay. This is technically a pass-through, but that goes... In vanilla, that goes to the boss room. Now, the boss rooms aren't necessarily like in their vanilla hallways or anything like that. The last game I played, Darumanyo was, but Kongo was not. Like Kongo, I actually passed through the entrance to Zazen Town to get to him. So this might not lead to Tsurami, but... we'll see. Oh, it is Tsurami. Okay, I can fight Tsurami. I didn't think I could get to a boss this early. Hell yeah. It's an easy enough thing to do a boss to fight with what I have. All I need to do is just hit the red plates back at her. And that's all there is to it. Actually, let me also say this is... that's where Tsurami is. So this will end up being a dead end, ultimately. At least that exact path that we took. Oh, I also did not... Despite the fact that I did so on camera, when I reloaded, that was before I bought those rice balls. Not that I'm saying that I absolutely need them, but like... I came in here at half health, so who knows what'll happen. I just realized it wasn't in my item bar. Like, I don't normally buy, like, armor or anything. Because it just, like, goes away so quickly. Because just like the side-scrolling stuff, like the body armor will protect you against physical damage, and helmets will protect you against bullets. They'll basically absorb damage for you. But they'll only absorb a certain number of hits, and then they, you know, they disappear. Whereas the onigiri, the rice balls, are essentially like auto-revives with a certain amount of hearts. So like the standard onigiri gives you 4, the plum gives you 10, and then the fish gives you... it's either 15 or it's a full heal. Regardless of how many hearts you have. I think it's a 15, but I could be wrong. But most of the time when I play this, I almost never buy the armor because it just goes away, like, really quickly for me. Like, I'll buy the armor in, like, the side-scroller games, like if I'm playing, like, Goemon's Great Adventure or something like that, where it's, like, a fuck-ton harder to manage because it's such a hard game. Compared to, you know, this one where I know it by the back of my hand, and, it's more of an action-adventure than a side-scroller packed with enemies. And you only normally take 3 hits before you die, with no way to permanently extend that. Yeah, I'll go for the armor there to extend my hit points, but in this game, it's not necessary. I've still never seen the game over screen in this game, because you get to expand your life bar, and you have multiple lives. So, I don't know, baby game for babies, but I mean, it's still my favorite game on the N64. So we get the Miracle Star, we'll also get to see what the Auto Mash flag does. Sorry. Gulping that shit down. So yeah, get the Miracle Star. So that means we have 2 Miracle items because we started with the Miracle Snow.
Ooh.
But there are still some doors we haven't gone through. In Festival Temple. Okay, yeah, it's just auto-advancing the text. I'll probably just go ahead and skip the cutscene for you so you don't have to watch it. I mean, I've done several playthroughs of this game where I was forced to watch them, so I'll skip it for you this time, and I'll get some water or something because I'm out of my other drink. Okay, something that just came to mind as I sat back down with my after getting water here. It's still going to take us to the entrance of the dungeon, right here in Shuhodo. The thing is, the entrance to the dungeon does not take you to the entrance of the dungeon. We are in a room right now that is completely detached from the rest of the game. And as a result, we can either explore what we can, and hopefully it'll hook up to the map, or we can just warp back to, like, the entrance or something and work our way back to where we were. Either way, we're not getting back to where we were anytime super soon. I don't even know if I'm, like, within logic to be here right now. I may as well... And there's not really a way that I can, like, copy and paste in my notebook, other than, like, physically cutting and pasting sections of the map together, and even then, that's not going to work out very well. But I am kind of curious to see where some of this leads. I am a little wary about, like, picking up keys and stuff while I'm out here, because, again, I don't know if I'm in logic or anything here. That brings me to Mount Fear. I think I might just work my way back to where I was and then build off of the map some more, because I really don't feel like I'm supposed to be here. Also, I don't think Mount Fear is a, that's not like a point A to point B. That's not really, germane. This brings me to Zazen Town. Oh, so we're just in Zazen Town. You know what, though? I can just enter the inn here, and then we can come back here whenever we want. Could also heal up while I'm here. But now we can just come back here whenever we want. So I'll just go back to where we were on the big old map. Hopefully we'll hook back into Zazen Town later on down the road. But give me one moment. I'm just going to make my way back to, I guess, one of these many unexplored doors in Festival Temple Castle. So 2 seconds. Alright, we're back in Festival Temple Castle where we came in the first place. Let's see if I can just explore from our entry area. Ooh, this is the meat hammer room again, just from the other side. If I can move the fucking camera. Yeah, we're in this door. So that actually Okay, so that's cool. That's that mission. That's that mystery solved. Mission solved. Mystery is solved for that. Now let's see about this door. Where does this door go? Does this go somewhere we've already been? That'll be easy to hook up in the map. Actually, this is the Kunai of Intense Cold room. So again, we weren't very thorough, and we missed out on something that we could have used, but we were, like, still somehow within logic, because we could just bypass those particular platforms by, because the room looped on itself. Either way, that's a dead end, but there is still something else we can get here. Yeah, thank you. I know all about the Kunai of Intense Cold. Of Severe Cold. We can... I don't know if this is in logic or not, but we can sequence break this. If it turns out to be a key for the pickup, then I won't go through with it, but, like, if it's like a free cat or something, god damn it, just... There. Because normally you would need the jetpack to come back here, but I've always known that you can just hop up on the fence. Let's jump back here. When I was talking about the cats in the FAQ earlier, this is the one that says you need the jetpack to get, but you don't. And that other one is the one that says you don't need the jetpack to get it, but you do. So either way, I was, you know, coming out with the proper number of cats for the checklist. What is... It's another cat. I can grab it. That's not... It's not something that's going to fuck with logic or anything like that. It's not like a key. If it was a key, I wouldn't grab it. I would come back for it later once I had the jetpack, but... If it's a cat, may as well grab it while I'm here. So that is... that. Oh, and it gives me another heart container. That's good. Alright, so now I can go back into the next door hub that isn't fully explored yet, which I think is the pit room. I think we only ever went into one door of the pit room. I mean, technically what I label as the perimeter room, which is the room that's kind of around the pit in vanilla, I don't have that fully explored, but I also don't have that fully accessible either. This takes us to the pit, I think. No, this takes us to the pit over here. So this one was the other one. This takes us to the perimeter. And the perimeter loops on itself. Well, actually, have we gone out this door already? No. Hold up. Oh boy. This is 2 more doors we can look at. Shit. This is on the other side of that barrier, right? Well, kinda. Hold on. It'll be a pain in the ass to draw a path for because of how this room is fucking shaped. Alright. This is another fucking hub. God damn it. I hate this shit. I mean, I don't hate it, but like... I'm not even going to draw this as a rounded room. fucking miss me with that shit. I don't even know how I'm going to edit all that. Alright, that's a dead end, so that's good. It's less for me to map. Less for me to map out. Because there really is no easy universal way to map this, like, at all. Like, at first I was just, like, using words, and now I'm trying to use, like, shapes to kind of represent the rooms. And it all just keeps, like, crossing over each other, and you know, the rooms will start bumping into each other no matter how I turn the paths between them. It's fun, but also can be frustrating at times. Fortunately, this is just a pass-through room, so I don't have to put it on the map, but there's also a check if I remember correctly. Actually, I can fucking deal with these guys. I can freeze them now. Freeze them now. I can freeze them now. If I don't whiff all of my goddamn shots, Jesus Christ. Fine, fuck you. Okay, there's not a check up here. I was just misremembering. There's just so many places where you can walk along these walls and shit and find, like, cat dolls. That's a full heal. Another full heal. So that's 2 pass-through. That leads me to this room, which is also technically a pass-through, actually. I just need the chain pipe to go back. And this leads me to the other side of the pit. Okay, cool. So that, at the very least for the time being, limits me to 2 paths not taken so far. I haven't taken the upper path here, and then there's another potentially soft-locking path. I say soft-locking, I can always just warp back to the beginning or something, but like a one-way path in the perimeter room. If you saw the stairs before. I don't know if there's a way that I can put it up on screen. Actually, it's right here. This is that. Alright, let's go. That's cool. So that's 2 rooms fully pathed out from there. Neat. So next would be the drum room, which only has 1 door not accounted for. And to get there, I need to go into the door in the middle of the pit here. That door over there. It may be frustrating to plan it all out, but it's really satisfying when everything just comes together, and now I'm like, look at all these places I don't have to check now, because they're all just went into other hubs that I've already discovered. So this door, which is the one we haven't gone through yet, that's the other side of the stairs room. So that makes 1 that I need a chain for, that I don't have because I don't have the chain pipe yet, or Goemon to use it anyway. There's 1 door at the entrance. There's 1 door in the room before the intersection, and then the intersection is all fully blocked out, and eventually leads to Surami. I want to go this way. Fucking Christ. I want to go this way. This takes me to the entrance. And then the next door I haven't seen. I think there might be a check this way, actually. Just gotta be careful of the stampers here. No, it's just money. Man, I don't hate money. But, like, these stampers will... Like, these are instant kills. They don't take health away from you. This is, like, the only things in the game that'll instant kill you. Even then, they only take away a life, but still. It's annoying. Okay, this is a pass-through. And this takes us... to this door. Which I needed the chain for. So now I don't need the chain because I don't need to go up there. And that leaves just one more room, not accounted for. One more door, not accounted for, I should say. Go here and take the door in the entryway that we did before. Basically get back to that room where we were up on the platform and then had to drop down to go to either of the two doors. Take the door we didn't take yet. And that's literally the only path that we have available to us. Oh, see, now the platforms are back. I can get that cat if I want to. I think that I see what it was. I think they wanted to keep it in logic so that if I needed to actually have the Kunai of Cold, so they took away the platforms until I had them to keep it within logic. That's actually very clever. So let's get the cat, why not? So probably... maybe not right away, but like start thinking about using another controller for this computer, because... like the DualShock I'm using right now, I'm using one of my old DualShock 4s. I say old, it's like... when did I get my PS4? I mean like 10 years ago, but still. Maybe not even that. I see what I gotta do to get cat. I have to use the platform to get up to that, and then, like, go back over the platform to the cat. Okay. But there's starting to get a little bit of, tiny itty-bitty bit of drift on the right thumbstick, and it is affecting things in Goemon, at least. That. Because the problem with stick drift in Goemon is if you're moving slightly forward, you can't really do anything else, like pause the game or change characters. You can still like jump and other stuff, but see, he was moving forward a little bit there when... yeah, got it. Alright, so the door we didn't go into is down here. That leads into the map room, which is technically a pass-through, but there are a couple of checks in here. Because there's where the map normally is, which is up here, and then I believe there's might be a cat in here too. Or, I mean, this is where the map normally is. But I think there... I can't remember, like, off the top of my head, if there is another cat check over here, like, around here. No, that's just money. Okay. Alright. There's no other checks in this room. Let's just pass through. Maybe this will take us someplace new. Another pass through. New area? No, another pass through. That's 3. I'm going to die if I keep taking hits like that, like a fucking chump. Okay, that brings us to another part of the submarine. Technically another pass through here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 pass-throughs. I just like to keep track of how many there are, just so I'm not getting confused or whatever. There's only the 2 doors, right? Yes. Just let me get rid of these guys too, so... just in case they drop health. Also, so I'm not losing it while I'm trying to kill them. Because these are technically enemies that I fight after I get the weapon upgrade, and they take more hits. Granted, that's not always the case, but... okay. A 5th pass-through? So I don't see any other doors in here. I'm gonna check up on the rafters there for stuff, but... yeah, there's a gold cat. Cool, so no matter how much damage I take now, I'll just get it all sorted. I don't think I need Mini Ibisu to get it. Which is good, because I don't have Ibisu at all. Also, I don't think I mentioned it. I forget if I did or not. But as far as Goemon and Ibisumaru are concerned, because I didn't start with them, I started with the other 2. If I find the standard entrance to Zazen Town and let the Yai play, oh, Folky Poke, okay. If I get to the standard entrance to Zazen Town and let the cutscene play out where I normally unlock Yai, that's where I unlock Ibisumaru. And if I find the 2 Sasuke batteries, the one in Inaba Desert and one in the in Izumo 2, which has the tree that I need the camera to get, that'll unlock Goemon. I should probably check under the haystack. I can't get it now, but there's a check under here, under this one. Can I see in there? Okay, it's just a Dango. Alright, let's go into this door. Okay, we're still in Folky Poke. I think that's the inn. Or is that a restaurant? It's a restaurant. Okay. The curtains look kind of similar, but different. This is technically a pass-through. And that goes to Mutsu. Okay. Which entrance to Mutsu am I at? That's the entrance behind me would have normally gone to Festival Village. So straight ahead would lead to the tunnel, and off to the right would lead to the waterfall at Kegon. So let me update this accordingly. Okay. Getting some more branches. Let's check the tunnel to Kegon. See if that's vanilla or if it's like last time and it leads to. Oh, Okay, I don't want to go that way yet because it's going to be a pain in the ass coming back. But this is actually the other door. Is there anything over here? Just so I can be thorough? No. Okay. I could go that way if I wanted to right away, but it's a pain in the ass to come back through. So I'm going to hold off on that for a hot second. This is... I can't go back through. I can't go through there. This is the entrance to the second half of Gorgeous Musical Castle, and I need the level 3 upgrade to get through here. So I'll mark that with a 3. Now I can go through the tunnel. Because I can come back through the tunnel, it's just I have to do like the... going up on ledges to hit a button and everything on the way back. However, there is also a check once I come back down from the door, because this is actually the far end of the tunnel. Okay, it's just a cat here. My last seed, it was a diamond key that unlocked a door that was right nearby. I know that there aren't any checks up near the button itself, but what about up on these ledges up here? Was there a check? Maybe down on the platforms near the water? That's another cat. I can grab that real quick. I mean, yes, I'm going to be... I'll probably grab it on the way back up the tunnel anyway, but... You know, just being thorough again. Alright, let's head back. Okay, through the front part of the tunnel. Okay, that just takes me to Congo. That's... I'm not going to complain. That's 2 bosses already down. See, the funny thing is, like when I was doing on the last one, I know that it really doesn't have anything to do with what's going on here, but on the last seed I was playing, I actually found the end, like the end point, like straight away, like the stone circle. It was literally like 3 screens away from the start. And I found that before finding any of the bosses. Now I found 2 of the bosses and haven't even found the stone circle yet. The only downside is this is going to take me to, like, defeating Congo is going to take me to the entrance to Oedo Castle, which is actually on the path back into the Gorgeous Musical Castle. When we initially went in. So... I would have to hoof it all the way back to Folky Poke to see where the next parts will take us, but I can just do that off camera. Also, this means that if I beat Congo now, if I ever come across the room in Transformed Oedo Castle where his hand is blocking the way, it'll be gone right away, and I won't have to worry about backtracking to that area again just in case it's a check. 'Cause that's something I had to do before. really kind of hoping I would find another warp point before I found a dead end, but another boss anyway. Let's say Levy. Actually, now that I think about it, if I'm going back, if I end up back at the Oedo Gate, I'm going to be going backwards to go back to town. Because I would have to go back through the section of Gorgeous Musical Castle and then back into, what do you call it? Festival Temple Castle. Also, there was another door I don't think I went through yet in the Gorgeous Musical Castle. Look at the super pass here. So if I ever come across the bridge where I need the super pass, I'll have it. Yeah, I think I'll check that before I go back to Folky Poke. Make my way all the way back to Folky Poke, I should say. I'll check that that door that I'm fairly sure that I didn't check in the that entrance room to for the end game dungeon. You'll know what I mean when we cut to it. I'll also make sure to buy an onigiri on the way. Kind of feel naked without one. Alright, so this will put us back in front of Oedo Castle. And I'll go ahead and jump cut to our next destination, so 2 seconds. Okay, we're back in Folky Poke Village now. And we're ready to explore this way. It turns out that we had explored that other door at the dungeon entrance I was referring to. That was the door that led to like the bottom of the slide or whatever. So we actually have been there, so I just went back to Folky Poke. And now we're in the first half of Gorgeous Musical Castle. So 2 pass-throughs. This is technically a hub. First off, let me just check and see if there's a key up there that I would need, like the chain pipe and sudden impact Goemon to get. Do I need anything up here? Oh, yeah, there's a silver key up there. I'm going to need to go up there at some point. But yeah, this is technically a hub. Because I can come in from an upper door. But there's no way that I can really get to the door. But yeah, I am going to have to come back here with whatever is required to get that key. Actually, I'll mark the fact that there's a key here that I need. Just an S for silver key. And now I'm in... Which fan room is this? Is this the one that's a hub or nah? It is. Okay. So there's a cat I can get right away. I don't know if I want to go to the bottom door or the top door. Maybe the bottom door first. If we're lucky, it'll loop back into that other room, and then I can just count it as linked. I do want to get the cat first. Just so that I can grab it and get out of the way. I don't really need all of this life, but it's nice to have. You know me, I'm the guy who plays Zelda randomizers and still grabs pieces of heart if I see them. So that's essentially what I'm doing now, is grabbing pieces of heart. So lower door, that goes to the pool. keep that in mind for just a second. Let me just mark that as yes, I can go there. I just want to see if either of these doors lead to a dead end. Or lead back into the upper door in the last room. So I like to have as few unknown doors as possible before proceeding. It's just that, I mean, I don't think I'm gonna get a I don't think it's gonna be too bothersome here. It's just, you know, Festival Temple Castle is a clusterfuck sometimes. Submarine Castle to a lesser extent. Some of these dungeons, especially Festival Temple Castle, have so many hubs. It's not even funny. And we haven't even seen all of Festival Temple Castle, I don't think. Where's here? Oh, this is a pass through. Okay. Where's this? Iga. Hold on. Technically a pass-through, but I guess since we're here, we're gonna fight Kashiwagi. I've never gone into Iga from the other way before. Like, you can see parts of the destroyed. I mean, we normally come up the other way, and the tower gets destroyed as part of a cutscene. But here you can see part of the rubble already, and the tower is already there, still there. Oh, it's not. It doesn't even have any collision. And there's the trident shell. That is pretty funny. I assume that we're gonna hit the cutscene trigger. Yep, there we go. That is pretty funny. Alright, so Kashiwagi time, no big deal. Just a quick impact fight. And we'll get to see Sasuke in this cutscene, which is normally not possible. Just like when we got the Super Pass. That we normally can't be Sasuke in that cutscene either. The text boxes don't change or anything like that. It's just it uses whatever model is your character regardless. So,
Ooh.
So Sasuke's there, but like Goemon and Ibisumaru are going to do all the talking. Oh, it's auto. I forgot it auto mashes for me. Alright, so quick interlude from exploring. We're gonna we gotta watch the cutscene. Can't skip it or anything. But I mean, who would want to skip the cutscene? I just remembered that Ichiro Mizuki, who does the who sings "I Am Impact," passed away a few years ago, and it made me a little sad. I don't even remember how old. I think it was in his 80s when he passed. So it was like a matter of time. But like, I'm not gonna make this like a. I don't want to bring everybody down because we can hear him singing right now, so it's fine. Even though I'm talking over it, it's not like I haven't let this play out before. So also, I haven't gotten any keys in a while. I just looked down at my key configuration, and we don't have any keys. Still mess with his head. just going to play out as normal. I just got to remember that once the cutscene is over after beating Kashiwagi, that means I actually have to go backwards toward Musashi, because that's the path forward that we have right now. So we can make this go as smoothly as possible without fucking up any bridges or pits. I always fall victim to at least one. Bridge. Alright. Oh, I got hit by a tower. Alright, that's my I paid the fuck up tax. I thought I already paid the fuck up tax by missing that key at the very beginning of the game. Evidently not. Still got to fuck up somewhere in the impact minigame. Got plenty of starting money. Starting Rio though. I still remember all the necessary controls, like Gatling punch and my mouth laser and all that. So this should go by in just like maybe like a minute or so. Not that short, but like this should not take long at all. Just keep building up energy. Basically get him in a stun lock as well. The C buttons, like this is one of the few times I think where the C buttons are kind of like easy to hit on an analog stick. Because it feels a bit more like I'm doing like a fighting game move. And it makes it easier to rotate the C buttons when I do the mouth laser. Honestly, the thing that's made it easier for me to rotate the C buttons during the mouth laser is to actually know that I only have to rotate them once and not twice. For literal decades, I thought I had to rotate the C buttons twice for the mouth laser, but no, I only have to do it once. The reason why I thought this was because when I first played this game, it was a rental copy from Hollywood Video. And they listed the impact controls on the... they had, like, you know, movement controls and stuff on the actual, like... It didn't have, like, their own instruction booklet or anything. It just had, like, stuff on the little game case that they had. And for whatever reason, whoever transcribed these instructions said that to do the mouth laser you had to, like, it gave basically a string of C buttons, and it's like rotating the C buttons twice, but no, you only have to do it once. But that was something that I found out. I mean, I knew that, like, in Goemon's Great Adventure, you only had to do it once. Because there's actually, like... Look at the move list. Look at the synced up. I meant to do, like, that. That doesn't matter. It was the same on the picture beneath my face. For a second. That was the joke. Anyway. Like, really, like Goemon's Great Adventure spelled it out for you because there was, like, a literal, like, command list you could look up during those fights. But in this game, you can't even pause it, I don't think. So there was no way that I could really verify that. I just went with what it told me. And it wasn't until a few years ago that I'm like, oh, you really only do have to do this once. I sure wish I knew that when I was a kid. I say I was a kid. I was like 98 when this came out. I was... How old was I in 98? I was a teenager by then. Maybe a young teenager. I started 8th grade. I mean, I didn't even play it until, like, afterwards. after, like, far after. Like, I think 99 was when I got my N64. So... 14 or 15 when I first played this game. So kind of a kid. I was a dumb teenager. Oh, another pass through. Bamboo forest. There's literally nothing of interest here. Okay. This is the tunnel to Musashi. This is barely randomized. They just stuck the bamboo forest in between the tunnel and Iga. Alright, so that's 4 or 5 pass-throughs. Oh, okay. Okay. I don't know if I can get the level 3 upgrade right now. That seems very unlikely. Because I don't even have the level 2. I don't know if it's like a... if it is a progressive thing, or if... like, I can literally get the level 3 upgrade right now. Okay, so that says Gourmet Submarine Castle. So this is the inn for Sogen Town. I should actually probably go ahead and save rest up and save while I'm here, actually. And essentially what this means is that since I can actually warp here, unlike in vanilla, the warp point will show up at the Gourmet Submarine Castle. So now I can come back here at any time. I could technically, if I wanted to, I could just, you know, have like out-of-logic adventures, like mapping out that area around Zazen Town, because I have that as marked as a warp as well, but I'm also incredibly paranoid in regards to that. So, I probably won't do that. But I also don't know... I'd have to go back to, whatever the hell that was, that I marked. Okay, there's Omitsu. So if she tells us that the wise man is next door, will he give us the gold weapons? I know I've already been asking this for like the past 5 minutes, but like I must know. Oh, this is auto-mashing for me. Good. I guess it even does that for text boxes. But yeah. If so, this will just loop me. This can loop me back around to Gorgeous Musical Castle. And if not, then it won't. I can just backtrack. It's like, what, 5 rooms back, and they were all a straight line? Oh, there he is. Give me the upgrade. Give me gold weapons. Gold weapons, please. I mean, I wouldn't mind silver weapons either. That'd be cool, too. It really doesn't matter that much. But if I do get the gold weapons, then certain enemies will just be easier to get out of my way, which is always better. Oh, yeah. We do get gold weapons. Nice. Alright, so... that means I can get rid of this on the map. Say this just links up to Mutsu. Then I can just walk back to Folky Poke real quick. And go back to where I was in the fan room. And then check the... because that other lower door is now the only other place I haven't been yet. Cool. Folky Poke is just over here. I mean, I have to go through another screen, but, like, yeah, it's just right over here. I mean, technically this is, but... this is the inn, right? No, it was a restaurant. Again, just double checking. I don't have a warp point for Folky Poke available, so anything helps. I mean, not that I really need it now. I have the one in Sogen Town, but it's near enough. Back through here. Still can't get the silver key. Alright, now I want to go down here. Preferably not in the lava, but in here. Right, this is the pool room. And this is just a pass-through. This normally leads up to Sogen Town. I also kind of want to see what the item is up here. I can't get it without the jetpack, but I want to see if it's important, at least. No, it's just a Donko, so I can just leave that alone. Isn't there a check over here, too? Yeah, it's just a cat, though. I have not gotten any keys lately. I know I shouldn't be, like, complaining, because I haven't run into any locked doors either, but I just find it very odd. Okay, we're in this section of Festival Temple. No, it's Festival Temple. Festival Town. Which is ironically also near Mutsu. Well, it's in Mutsu. Okay, here's the inn for Festival Town. So let me go ahead and... also, that door was just vanilla. The door I just went through was vanilla. It's always funny to see that. Alright, let's mark this and save the game while we're at it. I'm gonna wrap this around down here. Festival. Okay. I don't need to rest. So that leaves us with 2 doors. This one and this one. Let's see. The door that normally goes to the town center leads out of town. This goes to the Ghost Toys Peach room. Just out of curiosity, where does the other door go? This is going to be a pass-through. Mark that as a pass. Going through at least one pass-through there. Where does this go? Does this go to the town center, maybe? No, he's exchanging. That goes to transform Doedo Castle. Let's just go in this direction for now. Because either way, we're going into some dungeons. What is that? There's something there. Just a cat. Okay. These two doors are both unlocked. This is a dead end, but it has a cat in it. So we'll get the cat. And this guy... where do you go? Another pass through. Okay, then you go to this room. Yeah. There's another cat. And another cat. So many cats. No keys, though. And with any luck, some of these will start looping on each other. Just pass through. Is there anything behind me? No. Okay. And then this is a dead end. Okay. Dead ends are good too. That means less that I have to map out. And less branching areas to go to when I inevitably have to backtrack through here. Just be like, no, there's no point in going this way. Always a good feeling. So that was this door. So that is X. Direct any other pickups in this room. Need the chain pipe to come back through here, but I can at least check it out. So I may as well. After all, we have a if I need to warp out, we have a warp point like right nearby. Okay, this is the pool room. This is another. There are a couple of spawns here, so a couple of checks. Another cat, where the map normally is, and another cat where this cat normally is. Get up on the little horseshoe crab. Grab you as well. And there's two doors this way. This looks like it's vanilla. cat. And it's a dead end. So that's another more process of elimination. So the only other doors we have are like inaccessible. We're pretty much like on a straight path here. Oh, the other door is the one that led into Ghost Toys Castle. All right, this is a pass-through, I believe. Yes. So there's just money and a dongo over here. Like a regular dongo, not one of the stamina dumplings. And we've linked up to Zazen Town. Because here's the inn where we warp to. No, I think there's only 3 exits here. Hold on, what was the exit we came out of? I believe that this is the initial. Yeah, because that way normally leads to the bridge. That's where we just came out. That way is the way in, normally. And then that way leads through a pass-through to the next part of town, which actually, in our case, leads to Shuhodo. And then into Mount Fear. So, Mount Fear might also be a pass-through, technically. Did I save? I'm just gonna save again, just to be sure. But now I do feel a lot better that Zazen Town is now in logic, basically. And now I can actually explore here properly, without feeling guilty or paranoid. Let's just see. I want to see how far, like, the Mount Fear. Actually, this is a different pass-through than the one I was thinking of. But still, then that takes us to Shuhodo. And then we've already opened the way to... We've already opened the dungeon entrance, which leads to Mount Fear in this case. This is exciting for me. This is like, yeah, now it's all coming together. Is it just the enemy over here? It's just the enemy over here. That's me not being thorough, by the by. Alright, so this is the normal entrance to Mount Fear. I don't have the camera. This is technically a pass-through, but because we have upgraded weapons, we can go up to see the witch. Because we have enough money for that, too. I don't know if that's necessary. But we might need to talk to the witch, because a lot of the progression is unlocked through experiencing cutscenes. And I'm 99% sure we have to talk to the witch before we can get the mermaid powers. Because I remember finding the Waterfall of Kegon in my previous attempt, and no matter what I did, regardless of how many paths I had available to me, that could only be traversed if I had the mermaid power up, I couldn't get the minigame to start. It kept telling me I was too early. And I'm thinking that if I see the witch cutscene, that will allow me to to do the mini game if I find Kegon. Because I even found like the places in Festival Town that we've seen on this playthrough, and no one mentioned any mermaids or anything to unlock the mini game. So I do have at least 300 Ryo, so we can get the witch cutscene out of the way. Also, I know it's randomized, but I think it's funny that the ghost of the wise man is showing up here, and we're all relieved that, or we're all being gaslit into thinking that he's dead, when we've seen the later cutscene that shows that he's alive because we have the fucking level 3. Now, is he gonna say that we have 3 even though we have 2? I'm curious on this. Okay, yeah, it says we have 3 regardless. And that we need one more, which is the Miracle Snow. But we not only do we have the Miracle Snow, but we only have 2 miracle items. Which are the Snow and the Star right now. Because I see the 3 in brackets, so that's why I was curious. Maybe it changes if you somehow get there with less than 3, but in vanilla there is literally no way to get here without 3, because you have to see the you have to beat the 3rd stage, or the Festival Temple Castle, in order to see the cutscene at the bridge to Kyushu, in order to make the Oh. Is Ugo... Okay, let me just finish my thought. Because I have a couple of thoughts that want to start here. You have to at least beat Dungeon 3 in order for the way to... In order for, like, the... Oh, we do have 3 miracle items. I'm dumb. Regardless, in order to get the gym to show up, in order to be able to get here, so... Anyway, yeah. Mutsu Shoreline, the last seed I played, I found Mutsu Shoreline, and then, this was vanilla, and led to the Pemo God. And sure enough, we know where Ugo is. It is literally like a stone's throw away from Zazen Town. So once we find, once we get Ebisumaru, get the camera, and take care of Darumanyo, we're in go mode, essentially. Okay, but that's good. We know where the end is, and it is literally like a few pass-throughs away from a warp point. Speaking of which, let's just go back to that warp point and see where that the other exit leads us from Zazen Town. And then if that doesn't lead us anywhere, we can go back to the festival warp point and explore the bit of Ghost Toys Castle that's there. But even if we do find Darumanyo, we do need to have Ebisumaru and the camera to fight it. Because we need the camera to expose its weak point, and we need Ebisumaru to use the camera. So we don't even need Goemon to beat the game. Alright, this leads us to Duck Creek. So that's one pass through. Hopefully this will eventually loop back around to, like, Zazen's entrance. Oh no. It's gonna loop around to more Duck Creek. Two pass-throughs. This is the pass-through where Kihachi is. This separates the two halves of Zazen Town. And this goes back to Gorgeous Musical Castle. Damn it. Damn it. Two. Duck Creek, Duck Creek. I was kind of hoping that we find the entrance to Zazen Town so we can unlock Ebisumaru. But instead we go to, like, the wave obstacle hallway in Gorgeous Musical Castle. I mean, whatever. It's not much we can do about it. We just gotta go with the flow here. Okay, this is a hub, technically. This is the area that's right next to the entrance. So there's a door up there that I can't normally access. This leads to the drum room, which normally leads up to that room with the key. If I remember correctly, but that's also not germane to things because it's randomized, you know. So another pass-through to a diamond block, okay. Now just to verify, we do not have a diamond key. We do not have a diamond key, okay. Technically a dead end, so we can just go ahead, we can just warp back to Zazum Town. Actually, not Zazum Town. Let's head back to Festival Temple. I keep wanting to say Festival Temple Castle. Festival Village. And take that other door into, Ghost Toys Castle. I'm thinking, if anything, we'll find the diamond key in there. And then from there, the only other doors I can see that we haven't been able to go into, we can't access. And we would have to come through the other way. Alright, so just go through here. We don't need the money or the life right now, so I'm not going to mess with the peach plant. Is this a hub? I think this is a hub. Okay, yeah, because this is a lift. Let's go here first, before we go down the lift. Alright, this is a dead end, but there is a check at the end of it, so we still gotta go this way. I'm not gonna do all that for a cat. I have 14 hearts, I really don't need a cat that badly. Let's go down the lift. This should lead us onto like a little red bridge, yep. And then out this door. And then this is the boss hallway, normally. It's like if we go this way, this door over here, if I remember correctly, does in vanilla lead to Darumano, and in my previous seed it did. And it does here too. So Darumano is here. And if my analog stick will stop drifting, we can head back this way. There's another door we can go through. Over here. This is the Kokeshi room. I don't need the cat. Ooh, here's the crane game room. We need that, so we need to find our way around to the power. Also, there's a key over here? Yeah, there's a gold key there. Okay. And we can only come back through behind to the other side of the door, because we need to turn the power on. This is what I usually call the zip skip room. We don't need that cat, so we can just hop on here and then go. Skip the whole room. That was a godsend in the last seed I was doing, because it was randomized enemies and there were ghosts, and I did not have a camera with which to fight the ghosts. And they kept following me as I was trying to get a key that was in the middle of the room. I think it's only the one check, right? It's just the cat. Yeah, there's just the one cat. Okay, this is the Shogi room. So we have two... I'm not going to get the silver cat. not tightrope. Let's go left. Do you bring us to the crane or Ebisumaru? Bring us to a pass-through. This is the basement. It's technically a pass-through. Because we just cross these shogi pieces and then pop up on the other side. Is this important down here? I can't really see it. No, it's just a cat. Or a dongo. It's a dongo. I don't need to go down there. I mean, I can't go down there anyway right now, but, like, even if I get mermaid, like, I have no reason to go down there and get that. That's normally a cat, but they made it a dongo here, so that's fine. The randomizer made it a dongo, I should say. I don't think I'm meant to get a mermaid on this run. There's just too much pushing me in the direction of getting the camera and Ebisumaru and then going to Darumanyo and going to the end right now, so... That loops back around. So... where else can I go? With that revelation that the shogi room loops on itself and does not in fact lead to the back of the crane room. Yeah, it's still just a cat, so I don't need to do anything here. I mean, now it's on the way, so I may as well grab it. It's a little disconcerting, actually. Because the only door I have access to right now needs a diamond key, and I don't have one of those. I don't have any keys, as it turns out. I haven't had any keys for like a couple hours, I think. Okay, this goes back up to the lift. The large hot water room with the top platforms only had a cat in it. And that's over there. This is the way back to... yeah, this is the way back to Festival Village. Is there something up here that I missed? No. This is just the Peach Pit. Yes. Sure, these are all just Daruma enemies. There's nothing over here. Oh! Killing the Daruma enemies! That makes something spawn. I forgot all about that. That's actually very important. And it's a diamond key, thank God. I'm such a fool. I thought that was just a pass-through, but I forgot that I actually had to get a... there's a check there. There I go, not being thorough again. Whoopsie doodle. Alright. That pretty much tells me that, that diamond door in the gorgeous musical castle that branches off Zazen Town, that tells me that possibly leads to the, at least the back of the crane room, possibly Ebisumaru. I don't really need to heal that badly, so I'm not going to. So I'm actually going to fly to Zazen Town to save me a bit of time. So I don't have to take that trip through Oedo Castle. I know there's a lot of pass-throughs to get back to that room. But it literally is just a straight shot. It's like 7 rooms, but there's no branching paths here. So I go down this way. I'm not doing anything for Ushiwaka. I don't need to. Because, quite frankly, I don't even know where Benkei is. If I find Benkei and I have to deal with Benkei, yeah, I'll go back to Ushiwaka and do his fish catching minigame to the best of my ability. But for the time being, I'm just gonna leave him alone. Oh, actually, let me go back. I forgot there is a check on the deer scare in this little Zen garden here. I don't have to talk to Kihachi, but this gives me a thing. Is it a cat? It's a cat. Okay. That could have very easily been a key. And I am glad that I went back to confirm that. But it was a cat. But I mean, we have the key that we need right now. Actually, there is one other door that is a gold key door that we haven't gone through. Way back near the beginning. And I have a feeling that the gold key that's right next to the switch to the crane game is needed to go through that door. And that might be where Ebisumaru is. That's what I think. This is gonna. I think this is gonna lead me back behind the crane game. It's just Compira Mountain. Compira Mountain is a series of pass-throughs, so this is just another pass-through in a long line of straightforward pass-through rooms. Could have been third block, though. Could have given us another warp point. Alright, where does this go? Akiyoshidai, which is a hub, technically. Okay, yeah, Akiyoshidai is technically a hub. There's the exit to the Kyushu Bridge, and there's the another exit that leads out to Izumo. It's either Izumo or Hagi, one of the two. But we're in the Chugoku region now, and if my previous attempt is of any foreshadowing, the Chugoku region is going to be all clumped together. I may be wrong though. Oh no, this is vanilla. This is Kyushu. And the because we've beaten Tsurami, this is going to play out. So one moment. So with that done, I'm really hoping that we're not going to be faffing about too much in fucking Chugoku. I'm really hoping that one of these is going to, like I said before, like in my previous attempt, the Chugoku area was like kind of all bunched together And I'm honestly really hoping that like one of these doors is just going to take me to behind the crane, at the very least. No, the music's not changing. This is just Izumo. I mean, we get another warp point, so that's good. All right, we got that. So we've got four exits here. One of them, I believe, goes to Niigata. One of them goes to Izumo 2, and one of them goes to Inaba. Usually, and again, if my previous attempt was any indication, Izumo 2 and Inaba may be vanilla as far as their exits are concerned. But again, I'm really hoping one of these takes me to Ebisumaru or the door behind the crane game. No, Izumo 2 is vanilla. And I can't do anything in there without the camera anyway. This is just basically to unlock Goemon, and I don't need Goemon. Yeah, I don't need Goemon. I'll get the Sasuke battery if this leads to Inaba. But here's the thing. I need Ebisumaru and the camera to unlock Goemon. Once I have Ebisumaru and and I need the crane game to get the camera, and yes, Inaba, as it turns out, is vanilla. Here's the thing. I need to unlock the crane game to get the camera anyway. And I need Ebisumaru to use the camera. But once I have Ebisumaru and the camera, I'm just going to bum rush it to Darumanyo and then right to the end of the game. I don't see any scenario where I will be getting the second Sasuke battery to unlock Goemon. Oh, and there's a diamond key here. It's a good thing I didn't move that Q-Tama. Now it's accurate again. I should have moved the Q-Tama once I opened the diamond door. Also, there's a gold cat. I will gladly take a gold cat. So these are... I'm Xing those out on the map because I don't need to come here anymore. But I do have a backup diamond key for if I find a diamond door someplace. Let's head back to Izumo, see where the other door takes us. It's probably going to be Niigata or Hagi or was it Bizen, I think is the other Chugoku area. They all kind of like interlink together. And they also, they've linked to Izumo. And if it turns out to just be an all interlocking Chugoku region, I am going to be very sad because I don't see any other way to progress. I have a diamond key now, which is great, but like I don't have a diamond door to use it on. At least I don't know where one is, unless this is a diamond door. Okay, it is a diamond door. Cool. Well, that's within the logic then. And I'm glad that I went to Inaba first. But still. Yeah, it just went to Hagi. So... I know it's not going to link to Akiyoshidai because all of its, exits are already accounted for. One goes essentially back to Zazen Town, and one goes to Izumo, and one goes to Kyushu. So if the Chugoku region is still all bunched up, one of these is going to go to Niigata, and one of them is going to go to Bizen. And I'll have to find, like, another door someplace, maybe, Among them, possibly. I know Bizen does have another door that does technically connect with Zazen Town. So it's possible that that door is something, somewhere I need to go. Maybe I need to go through Bizen. The music's changing, that's good. This takes me to Mount Nuegatake. So that is, that's useless to me, because we don't need the cucumber, because we already have the Miracle Snow. So that's a bust. I forgot to mention this is mark this as Hagi on the map. Alright, so I'm thinking the other door is gonna go to. It's gonna be Bizen or Niigata, either way. I'd love to be proven wrong. And if it's Bizen, then fine. Bizen is, I mean, they're both pass-through areas. Bizen, I think, has like 3 doors to it, though. Actually, the music's changing. That's a good sign. Mount Fuji. Mount Fuji has a lot of possibility. But from the entrance like this, I only have access to 1 door. There are, like, literally, like, 7 or 8 doors, including the entrance for Mount Fuji. Like, here's how the minimap is laid out. There's 4 at the summit, and 2 that lead up to the summit. I only have access to 1 door. But at least it's not anywhere in the Chugoku region, I suppose. And there's also some checks on the way up, so maybe some more keys. I'd like to at least feel like I'm making some kind of progress. I mean, new areas, so possibly, but I could also just be going around in a one enormous circle. There's just no way for me to know. That's just a cat. I'm not going to go for the cats. Gold cats, maybe. I'll go for gold cats. I'm just not going to go out of my way for silver cats anymore. I really don't need the hearts. I've reached the heart threshold for caring about pieces of heart, essentially. There isn't anything down here, is there? It's a stamina dumpling. Or gold dongo, if you want to call it that. I mean, gold dongo is technically more accurate. They call them dumplings in the localization, but they're dongo, which I don't think are exactly the same thing. I don't know. I only know dongo based on what they look like. I've never had dongo before. I've never been to Japan. I'd like to go someday. Maybe one day when I'm not, you know, when I can think better outside the box. And oh, this actually links up to inside the summit at the top. But honestly, if I mean, I'm a very picky eater. I would need to be more. I would need to feel like I would be willing to be more adventurous when it comes to food. Although I really do want to try gyoza. It seems like the big thing that I would like. You'll give me the chain pipe at least. So, like, I'll just get this for, again, for posterity. I'm never going to need to use it because when I get the requirements for Goemon, I'm in Go mode. Let's see where all of these other exits go. I don't even remember which way I came out. This is just one of the upper... That'll lead down to a potential door. Hold on. where did I initially come in? I need to orient my map around where I initially came in. I think it was here. Yes, it was here. So that's where I initially came in. So based on that, this will go out. To here, which is not helpful. Is Mount Fuji just like all interlocking randomized doors? There were a lot of interlocking randomized doors on Mount Fuji the last time I attempted this, but like at the same time, some of them actually led to useful places. This one just leads to Kai. And, you know, whatever, I'll take a I'll take another warp point and another check. Actually, let me get this warp point activated and check the cat to see if that's a key or something. And then I don't know if I just want to fill out the oh, it is a key. It's a silver key. Okay, well, I don't know what that unlocks, but we'll see. I don't know if I want to fill out the rest of the Mount Fuji doors right away, though. Because the other... well, the other one led to this door here, I think. Yeah. Because I saw the ladder going down, and that was like on the way up from the middle tunnel. So the rest of Mount Fuji Summit is useless to me right now. This seems like the logical way to go for me right now. Now, can I beat this in like half an hour? I'll give myself like another hour or so. Because it's like 10 minutes till 11 p.m. right now for me. Also give me the map of Japan, why not? But I'll like stop at midnight. I'm fairly sure I'm pretty close to the end. If I beat it tonight, then I'll beat it tonight. If I don't beat it tonight, then like I'm not gonna make like a whole other video for like what might possibly be just like 10 minutes till the end. And I'll just like tack it on to the end of this one. Either way, this is all just going to be one big video. Or like an average size video for my channel these days. Okay, well the door's not locked. So we do have a silver key for when we do find the silver door. Probably will soon. Okay, we're Musashi. Now, I do need sudden impact Goemon to go up in there, so I don't think I'm going to be going up into the Mutsu Tunnel exit. But there is a check over here, and in my last playthrough, I say playthrough, my last attempt, there was a key down here. Actually, it is just a cat this time. I'll get one more silver cat. I'll go out of my way to get one more silver cat if I see one. Not if it's too far away, but like, may as well get one more. It depends. It depends on where I am. I'm still going to mark this as a hub because it technically is one. Where do you go? EO2 out the Ghost Toys Castle exit or entrance. Um, can't do too much here. I can't leave the area without mini Ibisu. But there is at least one check that I can get here. If I go down here, I can get something. It's a diamond key. I just gotta think and remember, like, is there anywhere else I could even go? Like, I can't leave this area without mini Ibisu. I need to be able to squeeze down there. This is the way back around and up, and I would need the chain pipe to go all the way back around to the exit, but they were nice enough to place this ladder here for the rando, so I don't have to worry about that. Alright, so... Actually, no. You know what? I was wrong about that, I was wrong about that Mount Fuji exit. Let me go back to Mount Fuji. I'm gonna have to walk all the way through Kai anyway. So I might as well, I don't even need to fucking warp. No, I was wrong about that, that exit from the summit that led down. That leads down to the initial tunnel, and that could lead somewhere useful. I was thinking about it all wrong. Could that possibly lead to behind the crane game or to the entrance to Zazen Town? We shall see. Which one was it? It was the one to the left of the house. Yes, it was this one. Okay. I meant to bring up the map. So it was the... And then if I head down this ladder and follow the path, it will lead to another door that I can access. Because the tunnel was the door I initially went through here. And then this would be the end of said tunnel. You know what I mean. This one. This guy right here. That was even more disappointing than that could have possibly been. Oh boy. I don't know if I have any other places I can go right now. I have a diamond key and I have a silver key. But I don't have any diamond or silver locks that I know of. Because everywhere else I've been, outside of, like, the only two doors that I haven't gone through that I know of are, or there's like 4 doors that I know of that I haven't gone through. 5 doors. 5 doors I know of that I haven't gone through. I can't access any of them. 2 of them are up on ledges. One of them is locked behind the crane game. And 2 of them I need the chain pipe to get to. I mean, I have the chain pipe, but I don't have Goemon. The problem is, if I'm in a position where I can actually get Goemon, I'm already in Go mode. Because in order to get Goemon, I need Ebisumaru and the camera. But I also need Ebisumaru and the camera just to beat Darumanyo. And once I beat Darumanyo, I'm just going to the end anyway. And there's 2 other exits that I know of. But I need the mermaid for those. And then there's the one in EO that I need Mini Ibisu for. And I haven't found the proper entrance to Zazen Town to unlock Ebisumaru. So now I do have a bunch of exits, but I can't get to any of them. The only other thing I can think of that opened up, like the gym near Goemon's house where you learn sudden impact, but I don't have Goemon to learn sudden impact. Actually, wait a minute. Wait one goddamn minute. Hold on. I think I might... I think there was a way that I could go that I skipped over because I found too many good ways to go. One moment, please. I'm picking up this cat on the way. Okay, sorry about that jump cut there, folks. I was about to go into a spiel about how I forgot this door. And it turns out I did not forget that door. Yeah, it basically led up to Mutsu, or Festival Village. I had just marked it incorrectly on my map. The thing that I actually marked as going to Festival was one of the ledge doors that I can't get to. So now I am properly stumped. I need to figure something out, because everywhere just kind of loops in on itself at the moment. So, like, yeah, literally the only way I can go now is Mermaid. I really don't want to look up a spoiler guide, but I think I might have to if I want to get this done in any, like, conceivable short time period here. Because, like, the Festival Temple Castle map is a fucking disaster area, but at least I can tell that there aren't any doors that haven't been accounted for. There is a gold door near the beginning, but I don't have a gold key. And I'm thinking that the gold key for that is the one that's behind the crane game. But I cannot get behind the crane game. I have to come in through a door on the other side. Just to alleviate any kind of possibility, I'm gonna bump into that gold door real quick. Came off of Oedo Town. Because the way my Q-Tamas are set up and my little Chowan sign here, I do not have a gold key. I have a silver and a diamond, but I do not have a gold. I will try the gold door real quick. And I'm not going to jump cut. This will only take a second to get there. But I am 99% sure that I do not have a gold key, because know, I would have moved my yellow Q-Tama up if I did. But then again, there was that time where I... Don't play the flute again. There was that time where I did forget to move a key up, so... I don't know. Let me try... Okay, yeah, just like I thought, I don't have a gold key. I'm gonna do a once-over of my notes real quick, just to see if there's any possible way that I could be missing something. And if not, because I still have, like, I'm still giving myself, like, another, like, little less than an hour or so to clear this, or get as far as I can before I have to go to bed. But I'm going to scour my map here, see if there really is anything that just, like, I can't get to, that I can get to that I missed. And failing that, I'll look at the spoiler log and see if there's anything else I might have overlooked. So 2 seconds. Let me just do some studying here. Actually, humor me real quick. I know normally I need the chain pipe and Goemon. It hasn't even been a minute. And this is just kind of a hunch. I'm pretty sure this isn't going to go anywhere. Hell, let's even save some time by warping back to start. Remember, there was a gold key near the start point. There was a gold key. It was that area where you normally have to use when you have to get the chain pipe in vanilla, you use the star blocks to access Oedo Castle. And there was a gold key there. Now, I'm pretty sure I can't jump at it or get to it without the chain pipe, but I want to give it the old college try, I think. And see if that just, like, might be like a back door to get into that gold key door. Because I'm still 99% sure that the gold key that I need to access that door in the endgame dungeon is the one in Ghost Toys behind the fence next to the crane game, where I would hit the switch to power it on. But I still want to try this. And, you know, failing that, then I will, then I'll take another look over my map and the spoiler log if need be to find out where to go. Yeah, I don't think I can make this, 'cause I don't have any... Like, everybody's jumping ability is the same, and I don't have a jetpack. Yeah, I don't have the jetpack. That was my input was eaten. Or I pushed the button too late. It was one of the two. But I'm going to say my input was eaten, because that way it doesn't look like it's my fault. Okay, yeah, I can't make that. Alright, one moment, and I will do that thing I said I was going to do. So, hopefully I find something. Okay, I think I see what the game wants me to do. Evidently, the generator room, the big wave generator room, that is in the Gorgeous Musical Castle. I did not realize there was a check in there. Evidently, there is a gold key in that room. Let's see if I can remember, because I just had it down as a pass-through room. I don't know exactly which way to get to it, but it's from Zazen Town. I saw places where it was telling me to, you know, the path was taking me to, like, so it was saying Ushiwaka. specifically, but like I don't have to do anything with him. There were even some other things that I mean, everything else is accounted for, but it is indeed. I have to find this particular gold key, and that will take me into the gold lock we were looking at earlier. Now I just have to remember which way to go. Yes, it is this one, because the Ushiwaka is right here. So I believe this took me to the big wave generator room. And I know exactly the room that it means. The thing is, I didn't really look thoroughly. I just kind of passed through. But I did think to myself, yeah, we are going the other way than than we normally go. Should be through here. And if I can turn the camera around, I don't know where we would normally get a key here. But there is evidently a gold key in this room. Oh! Normally, this is kind of separated into two rooms. You come through in through here in vanilla. You come through in here as mini Ebisu. And as you can see, that's actually specifically blocked off by a little stone pillar, so we can't normally come in this way. And then there is a key here. I didn't think of those as two separate rooms. See, that's something I just didn't know. And that's why I didn't think to look here. But that actually solves our problem. Because I have this set up so that not necessarily every single area in the game is accessible. So basically, there's going to be a lot of areas that are blocked off like that because I don't need to go there. So these silver and diamond keys that I got could be completely redundant. I don't know. But we do have a gold key now, and we can go through that door that we were looking at before. And I didn't look past that. Oh, I don't want to stay the night. I don't need to. I just want to save. But yeah, I would have never guessed that was what I needed to do, because I never in a million years would have connected those two as like the same room. Because I always saw in a vanilla playthrough, they're two different rooms, at least in my mind. So I never put that together. So the first one, the first look at the spoiler log, that was on me. I knew damn well that there was another check in that room, and I wasn't being thorough enough. That was on me. This past one, I would have never have known. So I had to look that up. Oh, and I have the key to get across to there. And I don't even need to go across those platforms. I can just, first of all, I need to continue this along. This is going to be a pass-through. That's the silver key used. There we go. Now we're here. I'll grab this cat. I will grab this key, even though I don't really need it. Well, I mean, I'll probably need it at some point. and I will link... Where do I have that even written down here? I'll just do like a C. C. Okay, there we go. And now, where can I... See, now the thing is, like, where's Ebisumaru? And also, where is another gold door? Because, I need Ebisumaru to use the camera. The camera's... I'm getting the camera. That's great. I need the camera, but the camera's useless to me right now. Unless I can get Ebisumaru, and I can't get Ebisumaru unless I know where there is a diamond or a gold door. So am I going to have to look that up again? Probably, because, again, I don't have anything marked on my map right now that shows, hey, I needed a gold key over here, or I needed a silver or diamond key over here. Because everything else is accounted for. So I'm probably going to have to look up again to see where to go. Which is annoying. And I'm really hoping that it isn't somewhere that I already haven't been. Okay, so I'm looking at this. I pretty much see, like, I'm pretty much at the end of the game now. It's saying... that I have to go to the Metal Blocks Lava Room. I haven't found the Metal Blocks Lava Room. Because it says I had to go to EO to get the diamond key, which I have. Then I have to go to the Zazen Gate, which is where Ebisumaru is. I have to go to Musical Castle 2 Beyond Entrance Platforms Room, which is the platform room I skipped over to get here. Let me go ahead and just warp back to Edo, so I can get back there. But then evidently that also brings me to the lava room, which I don't think is correct. I've been through all of those doors there, and like there was one that was a diamond door. I've already unlocked that, and it didn't bring me to the lava room. It brought me eventually to, I mean, there were some pass-throughs, and I guess the lava room is technically a pass-through, but that brought me to Festival Temple Castle. I didn't see the Metal Box Lava Room or the Kaleidoscope Room as it's claiming. Which would then take me evidently to the room before, where Kongo normally is, and then from there, that would take me to the Zazen Gate, and then I would unlock Ebisumaru, and then just go to where Darumanyo is. But I don't think that that's correct. I've been through all the doors there, if I remember correctly. I'm gonna check again. And honestly, if it turns out that I haven't gone through that diamond door, like, I'm 99% sure that I have, I will feel like a silly goose, but... Oh, you know what? You know what? I think I do remember seeing that door being locked. Is it this way? No, this is the way to... That's the way to... Because technically the Beyond Entrance Platforms room is this room. There's just 3 ways to get into it. and one of the ways to get into it took me to the second way to get into it. And then the third way to get into it, we saw before. That just takes us right to the crane game room. I'm going to check here again. No, this takes me to this hallway, and this takes me to that guy falling through the floor, but also to Festival Temple Castle. Yeah, so that's not right. Also, you weren't there before. Alright, so let's go back. Let's redouble this. This is where a key was, and like I picked up this key at the very beginning of the game. Yeah, that's where the check is. So this will take me back to the platforms. I don't have to go over the platforms again, because I can just go to the ladder. And then that'll take me back through the hallway, back to the entrance. This is fucking dumb. Oh, you know what? No, this is me. This is me being dumb. This is me being dumb 100%. This takes me to this room. That goes across. There's a door over here. That's 100% on me. I need to hit the switch. Okay. Okay, that's me. Okay, my bad. My bad. That second look up though, that was the game. I did not know about that those two rooms being the same room. But the first look up and the third look up are that was just me being dumb. But we're at it now. We're in go mode. We're going to the end of the game now. I assume. Oh yeah, this is the kaleidoscope room. So this is leading to essentially what is the this is the final room of the game in vanilla. It leads right into the boss battle, but instead it's going to take us to Oedo Castle. Because we got to use this diamond key to get in. We use the gold key to get in here as well. This normally takes us to Congo's boss room. And a cutscene. And then that will, in turn, take us to Zazen Town, and I will unlock Ibisumaru. And then I can use my map to get to wherever else I need to go. Which is to Darumanyo, which we can do very easily from Festival Village. And then Zazen Town Inn will lead us straight to Mutsu Shoreline. I'll grab the gold cat, why not? Not that we really need the hearts anymore. We're going to be going into Impact boss battles. Okay, this is kind of silly. I triggered the cutscene while as Yae, and the cutscene still plays out as normal, so we still get to see Yae. This didn't happen in my last playthrough. I was actually Sasuke, I think, when I came through here in my last attempt. So it was Sasuke talking to Yae, when that's also impossible, but this is Yae talking to Yae. That made it worth it. I'm sorry. That's hilarious. Okay. But yeah, that's it. I am a little disappointed with myself mostly that I had to look up the solution a couple of times. But also one of the lookups was due to me not having needed knowledge. There is no way in 1,000 years I would have been able to put that together on my own because I don't think of that area like that. I've never had cause to jump over the little fence and go down into that area in vanilla gameplay. But now I know for future seeds. But the other times was like, yes, I completely overlooked a check, and yes, I completely walked by a door without even... A door that I knew was there the whole time, without it even registering. So that was stupid of me. But hey. Actually, no, we still could use hearts. I was saying that cat was useless. No, we are still fighting another boss. Still gotta fight Darumanyo. Except now we gotta be Abisumaru because we need to use the camera. Now, I could go and unlock Goemon if I really wanted to. I don't, because then this will go on for a little bit longer than it needs to. And we really don't need that to happen. Also, Darumanyo probably could go quicker since I have the level 3 hammer. The level 3 weapons. I mean, all the weapons are the same, just with different animations and different characters using them. But I normally stick with Ebisumaru when fighting Darumanyo anyway because he has the camera and there's literally no reason to swap characters after uncovering his weak point. So regardless of who we play as, we're good to go. Only one hit per cycle, like that. Who knows? Maybe it will take me the same number of hits. I don't know. I'd like to think that it would take more hits, or take less hits with a more powerful weapon, but you're not meant to have any weapon upgrades. In fact, you don't fight any of the regular bosses with weapon upgrades, now that I think about it. Because after you get your first weapon upgrade, you're in the Gourmet Submarine Castle, and the boss fight there is an impact boss fight. And then you get your third upgrade in the middle of the final dungeon, and the boss fights there are, again, more impact boss fights. So, yeah, this is taking the same amount of hits that it would normally, so... the level of weapon that you have does not affect boss battles. Which makes sense because, again, you're not meant to have upgrades during the boss battles to begin with. So it only makes sense that they wouldn't program them as such. But we got him. So then we just need to warp to Zazen Town and then just... walk all the way to Mutsu Shoreline and Ugo. I get to listen to Colon blab on. I guess it would be Colon. I know it's spelled colon, which is funny in English, but it would be in Japanese. Can't think of the word now. Assuming that the name is the same in Japanese, I'm not sure. It would be koron, so that's the bit. All right, the cutscene's over. I just jump cut all the way to Ugo because it was just the game plopped us outside of Ghost Toy's castle, and then we just warped to Zazen Town, and then walked a few pass-through areas to Mutsu Shoreline, and here we are. So this is going to take us straight to Balbera, I think. It's either going to be Balbera or Détoile. I have not gotten this far in the rando before, so you will find out the first time I will. I know the rando's been around for a few years, at least 1 year. I just found out about this like 2 days ago, but okay, yeah, this goes to the Gorgeous My Stage cutscene. So 2 seconds. All right, I skipped through, jump cut at least through the Gorgeous My Stage and the I Am Impact music video. We already saw it. We don't need to watch it again. Not when it's all of that in a row. I just want to save some time because I've basically the game is just vanilla from here out. It's just beat the boss, and that's all you gotta do. And I'm tripping over all the lasers, so that's cool. At least we got to see all of the dungeons in some way, shape, or form. Like even the little bit we saw of Gourmet Submarine. That was kind of neat. It still makes me wonder, like, is there a way that the game checks for you to have the Triton shell before, like, potentially fighting Taisamba 3 or something? Or Taisamba 3, Taisamba 2? Taisamba 3 and 4 were in the next game. I mean, I don't think that it would, considering that it's just kind of like an arbitrary item that you get during a cutscene that you can't bypass. It's not like you can... It's a missable item that it checks for or anything. So you could probably still do the Taisamba battle without the Triton shell. It's not like you really need a tracker or anything. Like having a map tracker is going to be impossible unless you do like I did and make your own map. And having an item tracker is kind of worthless because you can just look at your subscreen and see what you have. I'm normally used to like hitting the Z button with like my other hand, and like I don't have a N64 controller right now, so I can't do that properly. I really need to learn like the standard, you know. Should I just like do this? Obviously that's not... There it goes. Takes out the leaf. Because this is what I usually did, even back when I was a kid, is I just like shot bullets at things. Because I could never get the timing down for anything else. Obviously, like, you know, I mean, it's easier to hit the C buttons, at least, for the mouth laser. So I can whiff it, but I can more easily hit that. It's like, you know, you can't really punch much outside of bullets, or like sometimes these little peach chips when they come up in your face. cannons. Yeah, that's one of the few times I've actually been able to hit it with the mouth laser. I'm getting better at it with more recent playthroughs, but it's also like I haven't seen a lot of fights with this, you know, like other people doing fights with this where they've use that. You know what I mean. Yeah, whiffed that. Damn it. Ditchwall is super easy though, so once we get past Balbera and 2 Ditchwall, we're home free. Here? Yeah, we hit him here. Okay, good. Oh, wait, there he is actually on top of the peach. I didn't realize he was there the whole time. That's neat. Okay, I'm fucked. Yeah. I tried to punch and I kicked because I did some other thing. That's okay, I still have 2 lives. So I can't do my normal this without holding the controller weird. But I do know like speedrunners and stuff, you usually do use the mouth laser on like the leaves and stuff. Just to kind of get them out of the way quicker. Actually, this isn't too bad. Did I get it? Yeah. That was a lucky hit. I would like to play a game of Lucky Hit. I'll play Shenmue on the channel at some point. I'd like to do that. The thing is, like, I would really want to... If I did a Shenmue playthrough, I mean, I would also want to play through all 3 games, but I would really want to, like, have, like, a planned playthrough. Like, I want to know, like, what I'll be doing on what days, and how often I'm going to fuck around and just play Space Harrier. Or Lucky Hit, or other forms of gambling. Because fucking around is part of the Shenmue experience, you know. But I just don't know how good of a Let's Play that'll make. It would probably make a good Let's Play if it was, like, my first time playing it, but, like, since I have played it before, and I know where to go and everything, there really isn't much of a point in just fucking around. Which is why I would want to schedule things. I would want to take days off and do other things. Set aside some time to make sure that I don't completely fuck up the entire stealth minigame part, because I hate that shit. But that'll be for some point in the future. My current plans basically involve just doing like randomizers and stuff with Greg, because like the last couple of times we've tried doing like full playthroughs of stuff, it really hasn't landed well, at least on my end of things. Like, I'm pretty much like at a point, like, I know stuff isn't landing well, like, stuff doesn't land well on my channel as far as views and stuff go, and to the point where like I don't care anymore, because I'm still just gonna do whatever I want to do. But like with playing with Greg, it's more fun to do stuff like randomizers because you don't really run out of, you know, stuff to react to as much and all that. And then like I'll leave like the regular Let's Plays and stuff for like when for like, you know, if Greg's not there, then I'm gonna like start like a playthrough of something else. Why am I not using my chain pipe? Jesus fucking Christ. This is like my basic strategy for everything. Because I'm not thinking about it. Just run right into that shit. And for you, I usually hold on to my mouth laser until you start doing this. That's the prime opportunity to hit him. Yeah, I'm going a little over what I wanted to do. It is not, it's midnight now, but like this isn't going to be like but a couple more minutes. Just like I said, this guy is like a fucking joke. I think this is him dead now. Oh no, he's got a little bit. He's got a little bit left. Oh well. This is awkward. There, that's him dead. And that's the end. I'm sure the ending is just going to be exactly the same. So I don't know if I'm going to just keep the ending in or not. I don't know if there's a if there's like a stat screen at the end, like a lot of randos have. I know, like I mean, honestly, the only one that I know of that actually has like a stat screen like that at the end is like Super Metroid and like A Link to the Past randos. I think like Zelda 1 and Metroid 1 also do that, but a lot of them just, you know, end like they normally do. I played through a bunch of SNES randomizers recently, and like A Link to the Past was the only one I played that came up with a stat screen, because the other ones were like, well, no, Earthbound PK Scramble does too. But like the other ones were like Final Fantasy Mystic Quest and Jets of Time, and both of those just do the standard endings. Jets of Time being the Chrono Trigger one. But yeah, I'll go ahead and I'm just going to assume that there's not going to be a stat screen. Let's just go ahead and I'll go ahead and cut the video here. So this is just kind of a spur of the moment thing. I'll edit and put it up whenever I feel like editing and putting it up. But yeah, this was pretty fun. I didn't. I'm not too happy with the fact that I had to look things up. Especially because this is one of those games where, like, in vanilla, I know it by the back of my hand, but then there are, like, these small, like, other side things that, like, I don't know about that contribute to more of the rando experience. And this is stuff that, like, you know, speedrunners or people who are, like, take, like, extremely, like, deep looks into everything know to do. Um, and that's, like I'll know how to 100% a game and get all of the pickups and things, but like not necessarily like super secret stuff like the fucking I can get that gold key or that check in the wave room because that just happens to be like I thought it was another room, but it actually just happens to be the same room. That was bullshit. Um, but like then I'll overlook doors. But either way, this was pretty fun. I could probably think of doing this again sometime. Um, Probably not anytime soon. There's a lot of other stuff that I really want to get back into, so I'm just gonna probably get the editing process done on this and just put this up whenever and get back to doing whatever I want to be doing. So, this has been, I think, Ancient Cave starring Goemon, the Mystical Ninja Randomizer, and I've been Rado Goji. Well, I haven't been Rado Goji in a long time. But I've been Captain Floofers, and I'll be here next time. Join me, won't you?